business fashion, when a company has an employee f up, guess what? The company has to take action.
Yeah!
The company has to pay
That's
damages
true.
and make amends.
That's so true.
It's just business.
It's just business at the end of the day. Business is business, okay? Hi, YouTube. Welcome back. It's me, Marshie. So, today I wanted to react to something a little bit different. Normally, I don't really react to any drama on my channel, but this one kind of hits home for me. So, if you are not chronically online, basically, a few days ago, there was this huge controversy surrounding this big VTuber named Sinder. There was like 7 different Google Docs exposing her, and one of them being Shylily. If you guys want a deeper dive into the whole situation, please go check out this video done by Mujin. It is almost 2 hours, and he did a wonderful job explaining everything. But today, I wanted to watch Shylily direct response to the whole thing. So let's dive into it. Let's go.
There's 2 things I genuinely wish to address, not because, a lot of people were making it a big deal, but some people have brought it up in replies and stuff.
It is a big deal, actually. If you ever got bullied and backstabbed by your friends, that is the biggest and most painful betrayal of all times.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me just explain. When everything went down, God, the Bao's cries are...
Oh yeah! I saw that clip of Bao. Honestly, I was gonna react to it too, but then whenever I hear people cry, I will cry too. So I didn't want to be like just crying along on the react. So.
Ringing in my head, that was so
heartbreaking.
Tough. I'm having a hard time being upset with anyone who still trusts and forgives her, because I say this in all honesty, the reason it worked for so long is because her words are as sweet as butter, and chances are yours.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's behind the scene and online presence. She is the sweetest person. Like, some people are just really good. Like, they have this charm that's just really charming, and they use that for their advantage,
Probably simply just as easily manipulated as everyone else. If you read all of these things and you see nothing wrong with it, give it a few years. The only night...
For real, actually, if you are like below 20 years old, I would say the document probably wouldn't hit as hard.
It was difficult was the first night after dropping the first doc. It was 10 a.m. I had to go to bed, and just being scared of what the heck a literal manipulator could possibly come up with.
Oh my god, the nerve! Because you don't really know what they're gonna say, because they're just so good at manipulative and tricking other people into thinking they're the sweetest person ever. So you're like, oh my god,
Overnight, and what a shit show you could possibly wake up to.
Yeah.
It's literally just hearsay, the entire apology. And worst of all, throughout this whole hearsay, it's full of bullshit. If yesterday was the first time you saw me crash out, which I'm pretty sure that is for every single person ever in this community, I'm sorry. Reading this made me more vulnerable to demonic possession. As you check it out yourself, everything that is publicly available is through receipts. Needlessly to say,
screenshots.
More stuff has happened, but most of these things don't have receipts, or the receipts have personal, private stuff attached to it that you just can't share. Some of the stuff we might talk about today is hearsay, because that's just my own experience that happened in person. It's my word against whoever else wants to challenge it, and that's okay. The next couple days will just be people expressing the disappointment. It is typical narcissistic manipulation fashion. Like,
agree. Literally textbook definition of a narcissistic. Take no accountability, blaming others, playing the victim.
This whole document... Like I said, if you don't see it that way, I don't blame you. Chances are you're too young and naive.
Yes!
You're just as gullible and easy to manipulate. If you don't see it, I fully get it. I don't support it. I hope you'll eventually see it. It's typical.
Or if you are blessed enough to be a part of a friend group that didn't really backstab you at all. Like, you go through life without experiencing betrayal. Like, bless your heart, you know. But I feel like if you have experienced a very small, even a small percentage, this hits home for a lot of us.
Cool.
You know?
I take accountability for nothing. I shove the blame over to my man.
My man.
I knew nothing.
Manager.
Everything was behind my back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you feel this way. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
That's literally,
It's
like,
just
that is literally the summary of the Sinder apology doc. Sorry that happens. I wasn't aware. Manager did all of that. My man did all of that. I didn't do nothing.
business fashion. When a company has an employee f up, guess what? The company has to take action.
Yeah!
The company has to pay
That's
damages
true.
and make amends for
That's
the
so
employee.
true.
It's just business.
It's just business at the end of the day. Business is business, okay?
Do what you wanna do. If that's how you cope with this, that's also okay. You don't have to atone for someone's sins and feel bad about the good times you've had. Whether they were fake or not doesn't matter. You had a good time. Again, if you cope by burning your merch, I ain't judging. You cope the way you wanna cope. I cope
Oh
from
my gosh, yes. I was seeing a lot of people burning, like literally setting things on fire with Cinder merch. And in my opinion, I feel like you can definitely turn that into something good. Like, you can donate that to Goodwill or something. Like, people wouldn't know who Cinder is outside of VTubing community, but you know what? If people wanted a sweatshirt or a pillow to sleep on, especially for like homeless people and, you know, people at the shelter, like I feel like that's such a waste to burn all of that.
memes and making fun of things. That also isn't fucking perfect. But if you have it in you and you can cope with it, try and donate everything you've
Yeah,
got.
yeah.
Any shirts,
That's what I
sweater,
said.
figurine,
Don't
plush,
burn
whatever the fuck
it.
it is.
It's a
just
waste.
donate it. I'm strongly anti-drama. I don't care for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually not well informed. I'm not very chronically online either. I often wake up, go stream, go
Oh my
game,
God,
go bed.
yes,
The thing with the no
mood.
drama rule is, time you have rules like this, there's a line that cannot be crossed. Because once that line is crossed, it's fair
Yeah.
game. It's all fair game.
Unforgiven.
And based on people's reaction, I don't think anyone blames me for getting
Yeah, no.
involved and speaking up and
Of course not.
strongly speaking about it.
Yeah.
Once a certain line is crossed, it's fair fucking game. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit what kind of rules or morals I've got. It's fair fucking game. Man, I do wish, I'm living at the goddamn ass crack of the world compared to all my friends. I literally wish I could just have a short little flight over
Time
and be like,
zones
man,
are silly.
I'm sorry, Boober. Everyone is so sad. I don't want to make it sound like only Bao is sad, but Bao got stabbed real bad. Let me just
Directly.
address two things because I know most people are caught up. Then I'll get you a TLDR. I know it hasn't been getting any traction whatsoever, but I've seen some, let's call them valid calls where people go, if Lily knew all this, why didn't she speak up sooner?
It's not that easy, you guys. Not only they're really close in friendship, but they also are associated by each other as branding, like co-workers, you know? And especially with Cinder having such a good public image at the time, like if one of them being a whistleblower, people are going to dim the person that whistleblowed as a bad person. Okay, like it's not easy like you think, oh, so-and-so did a bad job, so I'm gonna call it out. Because you're gonna deem as being petty, you're gonna be deemed as being competitive. The thing is you gotta get all the receipt and get all the people involved. Because chances are she's not being the shitty person just only to one VTuber. Chances are she was shitty to everyone. And it was proven. There was receipt, there was screenshots, there was everything. And yet, she still denied.
Not everyone who's had a long-lasting, healthy friendship knows that
Right.
sometimes you lash out. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna cancel my friends just because they called me a bitch, or in the heat of the
True.
moment and in great panic they threw me under the bus once.
True.
Sometimes when you're backed in the corner, scraping the bottom of the barrel, you cope by lashing out. You deflect. I'm not saying it's good, but it happens. I'm not gonna throw a Google Docky out there
Yeah.
just because I've
It's
been
gotta be
mildly
serious
done wrong
enough,
once.
you know?
You know, the actual starting point, the dominoes fell when one thing leaked. one singular
Yeah,
thing.
it was
like
true. It was like a domino effect when one person dropped a Google Doc, and then within like 2 hours, 5 of the other Google Docs just came out within like 15 minutes apart.
5 or so days ago. It was about me being slandered, throwing all kinds of accusations around to Nano, making me seem problematic.
Yeah.
They were saying I dodged collabs with them. Collabs that had like 7 fucking other people in there. Collabs I was thrown into in a big ass group chat and simply said, sorry, can't do.
Damn.
I have something that day. One of them was a dentist thing. The day after the dentist, I just simply didn't fucking want to.
And that's fair. Dentist appointment, okay? Like, Jesus, my entire jaw is sore. You have the rights to stay out of the collab, okay? Like, for whatever reasons, whether it's you're being sick or if you just feel like the vibes are off, you have the rights to cancel. Like, and no one can say shit about that, okay?
Yeah, I did. Because at that one, I already knew. The one person that is the reason for me dodging is the one concerned as to why I'm dodging. What about the 6 other people who were just looking at me dodging and going, oh, okay, she's busy. It's kind of weird that the only person that has a reason to be weary was actually weary. It's called projection. Because she fucking knew. Anyways, I was accused of not acknowledging her when she rates. Oh, sorry. You know when Buff rated me earlier? I'm sorry for not calling Buff's full government fucking name. Buff Pup of Twitch.tv, thank you so much for your rate and bringing your community from Buff Pup from Twitch.tv over here. Now I get to say it. When she rated, she is center fucking stage. I am pausing my sponsor to talk to her. I'm having a normal ass reaction to a raid, like I have with everyone. Gotta get the full government name out there because apparently else people don't feel graced. Like, damn, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, them saying I've been weird ever since V-Card, which also isn't true. We've literally done a collab ever since. We've talked ever since.
Yeah.
I contacted her for a technical issue that you guys said she also had ever since. Just a bunch of stuff that makes me sound weird and competitive when, again,
it's not just a normal reaction.
That one screenshot started it all. And I was like, that's fucked up. And I gave Nano the receipts of it's not true. Somehow, before Nano...
If you guys didn't know, when she said Nano is Nanoless, is their live 2D artist mama. She's one of the biggest live 2D artists that draws Sinder, Silver Veil, as well, like very big name VTubers, and basically Sinder was trying to sabotage so that she could keep the artist for herself, basically, because Bao was going to have a model with Nanoless, but things kind of fell, through the hole because of Sinder and her manager. So that's the whole thing, yes.
Worked on my 3.0 model. That wasn't a problem. Everyone who is in contact with me, anyone who is close, even my viewers, everyone knows I suck at Discord. And she knows that too, because it happened last year as well. It's why we have a group chat with her and Buska and me. So if she wants to plan something, she knows where to go. And she has used it in the past, recently. So anyways, yes, I am guilty of dodging a collab, because I simply didn't
and that's okay!
And yes, I am guilty of ghosting 2 messages where she asked for a collab, which, by the way, she also only does when there is something business related. AFK drop.
It's true. I've seen multiple screenshots of Sinder reaching out to other big VTubers, mainly just to collab. It's giving very transactional friendship, and to be honest, not everyone in the VTubing space is looking for that. Like, there's some people looking for genuine connections, or just like make sure we have a good time collabing.
E-card drop, any event, any debut, any announcement, any merch, then I'm important. Long story short, that was the one
that is really
that
shitty.
Got everything rolling because I explained how that's weird, that's cringe and manipulative. If she has a problem, why not come to me? And boy, that's where it started. That's where poor Nano realized that there is more such incidents. She has critical thinking, and she's like, if this is weird, are the others also weird? The ones where she literally, on the screenshots, says she feels bad for doing all these things she's being asked to do. And obviously, me being a friend, I talked to Nano and I was like, Nano, I'm gonna be honest, some of the stuff you have here is heartbreaking. I'm thankful for you showing this to me, but I highly encourage you to share this with the people affected, especially Bao, because that one nasty one.
She was directly affected.
Bao and Nano, the fucking giga chat she is, agreed. A few days later, because Bao had surgery, so it took a while. We went in a group chat. Can you imagine that giga chat fucking whale comes out of surgery and has to deal with this? That group chat
my God.
we used to expose everything.
I would crash out so much if I just got out of surgery and this whole thing happened and I found the truth and I see the real colors of my so-called friend. I would crash out even more.
Not just, from Nano's messages and having to deal with her manipulation, but we also came to realize that everything that happened to us individually weren't those weren't isolated incidences. It was a year-long pattern. Everything connected. It was a pattern that consisted over years. And
that's scary.
Respect to my friends, we all decided after all of the receipts and obviously being very emotionally unstable to sleep over it for a night. Give it one night.
Yeah.
Let's sleep over it.
Sleep on it for a night.
Once everyone was awake and had time to deal with their emotions. We all still knew this has to happen. This isn't just to expose what she's done to us. This is to expose the fact that she is doing these things. Complete speculation. But if that's the...
And she will continue to do it if not for this exposed, to be honest. Because a lot of the screenshots were dated back in 2023 if you guys didn't know. And who knows, maybe she was still doing it.
Stuff that happens in this circle. What else could happen?
Yeah.
Again, speculation, but we were like, we would feel terrible knowing that she conducts business throughout the next couple years.
Yeah,
more
that's what I'm saying.
Turns out it was just a bit bigger than our group. And we all knew she was gonna throw her manager under the bus.
I
when
knew
you look
too.
at the screenshots and you know her and you see the manipulation, the first fucking thing you know is she'll throw her manager under the bus.
Yeah. It wasn't
Everything
me.
went live, and you know what she's done? The first thing they both did, they messaged Nano, going, Nano, please. You know what that absolute fucking giga chat did? Blocked. We knew this was happening. Whatever. We've said our piece. There's no reason to continue to dogpile onto it. But then, the next evening, the quote-unquote apology dropped.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even an apology. It was... I'm sorry you feel this way. I'm sorry that happened to you.
And I understand the severity of this can happen on your career, but I think what the public is sort of searching for is an accountability, right? Because no one is perfect. VTubers and streamers are humans, right? We have feelings. We're gonna make mistakes. At the end of the day, you need to take accountability, and perhaps there's room for improvement and change. And I do believe in second chance. If that person is willing to do whatever it takes, put in the effort to take accountability, right?
I'm sorry you got caught in this. I'm sorry I was manipulated into hurting you. Fuck of an apology, bro.
Yeah.
And one thing that struck me specifically is when she dedicated a section to me and someone else. I am going to be super petty. Not even a section for myself. For someone that is so upset for me not naming her full fucking government Twitch.tv name, for someone to just put me in a document as Lily when previously referring to me as the other gamer subs owner.
Oh
I
my
even
God.
get a section for myself with my name properly fucking written.
Wow.
Come on, bro. Don't be such a hypocrite. You don't get to be upset at that shit and then put me there, throw me in there and be like, I'm so sorry, I had no knowledge of this. And that's when I got mad, because no knowledge my ass. A lot of what we know is hearsay.
Yeah.
Because the girls spend time together. Vacation, travel, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff
They're
that we
besties
posted
too.
about is only stuff we have hard-coded receipts for. But there is also more receipts. Verifiable receipts that weren't added to the dot, because either there are smaller things that just only really become a problem when added up, or they were a little too private to be shared.
Right.
For her to claim she has no knowledge when I know for a fact she
Yeah.
does, but I have no proof.
I call it bullshit because, like, let's say you have a partner at home, right? And this is your work, right? You have tea at work. You have like, oh my God, this coworker is talking shit about me. Oh my God, this coworker is slandering about me. The first person you're gonna tell about your work tea gossip is your partner. So there is zero way that Sinder has no idea what Redacted is saying on behalf of her, even as a manager. I call it bullshit. Come on, bruh.
Proof other than hearsay. It reminded me of that one fact, the one receipt we do have though, where she herself personally throws me under the bus, and I made sure to quote her own words because again, that screenshot isn't public. She'll know what we're talking about, and the fact that she only took accountability for stuff that's been published and not the stuff that was kept hidden.
Of course not,
So enough
right?
for me. To have her use me as part of an excuse as to why she had to let her friend down, that very same friend that spent months of prep, hard work, and effort, and received a million empty promises, just because a couple days before that she wanted to reschedule a V-Card collab to, you know, make a nice big boom as a collab and sell a bunch of boxes to make some bag. Imagine, for a fucking collab. Could have had the collab any other day too. Could have been a day or two earlier. Could have been a day or two later. She rescheduled that collab to be on that date. She put it there on that date. People say, why didn't you handle this private? We did once. And she's only deflecting.
I'm sure they tried to handle all of this privately, but it probably didn't work out.
And pretending to be apologetic when put on the spot. No proper apology from her before the crash out. None. She's only sorry when she gets caught. Because she knows fucking with that friend that she fucked with will mean the end of her career. Because if you're not good standing with that person, you're not good standing with like probably 80% of the indies.
Spoiler alert, low-key kind of happened. I am interested to see how Sinder will react to all of this, like whether she will continue to stream as if nothing happened, which I've seen other YouTubers that got canceled on YouTube for even worse allegations and they still come back to make videos like nothing happened. Or the other path they take is they take a month or two breaks and then trying to come back.
That mattered to her. She wasn't sorry because she fucked over her friend's opportunity on a day that she said she'll be there. She was sorry she was caught in true narcissistic, selfish, egoistic fashion.
Damn!
We had to collab again. What, with her?
Yeah, Shylily just clocked the shit out of Sinder, honestly. And rightfully so.
With others, of course. With my friends, of course. Obviously. Oh, let me just platform that very same person that tried to deplatform me and all of my friends that helped her get there to begin with.
Yeah.
Let me just continue to platform that one person that tried to backstab us when begging to be in our positions. Throwing me and game ourselves under the bus to
That's
save her
crazy.
ass.
Like, come on, bro. What happened to thank you for giving me a career? Hello?
Pressure I feel. What pressure? The pressure you begged for? The pressure you told them you wanted to have? The responsibility you asked for? Where you wanted to be alongside me? No. You want a good apology for when you fuck up? You ever need an apology for when you actually fuck up? For when you are the bad bitch? Just say, I'm sorry I acted this way.
Yeah.
My greed.
I saw someone commented it's better if she would have used a ukulele. The Toxic Train song, you know? Jesus.
Has caused a lot of damage. Greed that got to me from growing too fast and being too filthy rich by riding on my friends' backs.
Too filthy rich.
Seeing how grateful I was supposed to be for it, I saw him as nothing but an asset. I've been truly blinded by how absolutely malicious, vile, and toxic I've treated them behind the scenes, pretending to be a friend, while separating business and sabotaging them. I can never repair the damage I've caused, and I see now clearly what it truly means to lose everything that you were supposed to be grateful for.
Everyone takes note. This is what you do when you got into a controversial, and this is how you apologize, okay?
I'll take some time away. And hope to better myself. I'll never be able to repair what I've broken. But I can try and come forward and be a better person in hopes to have learned from this absolutely awful thing that I've done
Yes.
to my most closest and most supportest, loving friends that are the sole reason I have this platform to begin with.
Damn,
Boom.
there you go.
Just own up to it.
Clock.
Take some accountability.
Preach.
Just be like, yeah, I've been a dick. Yeah, I've been a fucking ass. Yeah, I've been blinded. So blinded by my success and money and greed for even more.
Damn, yes.
The greed was unbearable. Yes, I'm terrible. Of course I wouldn't fucking believe her. What the fuck? Manipulator. But it's the only way to set things right and to maybe not be a laughingstock for like the next half a year.
Damn.
Successful business.
Just business, guys. I love that so much, bro. It's really refreshing to see that people are stepping up and calling out extremely manipulative people in this type of business. It takes bravery because this could have gone the wrong way. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this drama. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.